recall the last time I saw a setting like this. Black folk and white folk and brown folk sitting together on the corner of Old Florida Avenue, New A. Philip Randolph, and Jesse Street, looking at a mural about civil rights and hearing young people talk about it. Let me just quickly tell you something about some of the pictures. This first picture obviously is the cover of my book. It was never about a hot dog and a Coke. The handsome young fellow there in the white shirt is, of course, me. The other handsome fellow who is directly talking to the member of the press who did not cover this. This is not the press's picture. This actual picture here is my picture, but that handsome young fellow with the glasses speaking to the member of the media is Alton Yates. And Alton Yates, stand Alton, please. Alton was one of the original sled jockeys, if you will, in the Air Force. He risked his life more than 65 times for research prior to the astronaut program. So he's an amazing person in himself. This is a picture here of Charlie B. Griffin, who was downtown shopping that day, who was attacked by 4 or 5 whites with axe handles. And this is front of the old Snyder Memorial Church, which is right in front of the library where we were today. Got a call several years ago from Charlie's son, and he said, "Mr. Hurst, we want to talk to you." And so I said, yeah. He said, we're kind of disturbed by the fact that every time they talk about axe handle Simon, they also show a picture of my daddy, my granddaddy. I said, so we met, and I said to them, don't get upset with this picture. This is one of the iconic pictures today of the civil rights movement, of white racists' reaction to a plight and a quest for civil rights, as stores downtown insulted black shoppers because they wanted their money in the store, but they didn't want them to spend their money at that so-called white lunch counter. Charlie was not sitting in with us, but he was beaten nonetheless because his skin was black. The picture on the far right is handsome young fellow there on the younger fellow. But the one at the top is Roy Wilkins, who is the executive director of the NAACP. And of course, round the front, my mentor, Rodney Pearson, who I had the good fortune, the honor to recommend for the Florida Civil Rights Hall of Fame, and he was inducted. Mr. Pearson's son, one of his sons is here, and every time I see him, he looks so much like his dad. To the back, at the tent, that's Rutledge Pearson Jr. So let me close up with this symbolism, in addition to the great job that Rudy Jameson and Chris Jansen have done relative to this project, and the great job that Nicole and Suzanne have done. I'm not a painter. I can't visualize a thing on the campus, on a canvas rather. Certainly I couldn't visualize this. They did a great job. Let's give Nicole and Suzanne another hand, and the young students. But let me close with this symbolism. Let me close with this symbolism. A mural consisting of a civil rights event, depicting a civil rights event, with a black person beaten, with a picture of Roy Wilkins and Rutledge Pearson and Rutledge Pearson was on the board of the NAACP National Board of Directors. Roy Wilkins was a good friend of A. Philip Randolph. So Mr. Pearson, Roy Wilkins on the side of the East Side Brotherhood and the Civil Rights mural on A. Philip Randolph Boulevard. You can't get much better than that. Even in Jacksonville, you can't get much better than that. I always like to say that I never use the word Jacksonville and progressive in the same sentence. Well, maybe they're trying to move the needle just a wee bit. Thank you all for coming.